The torch of the threshold. In the timeless space beyond the iron gates, Hecate felt a tremor that did not come from the dead. It was the shivering of the earth above, a sudden silence where there should have been the hum of growth. The flowers in her spectral garden turned their heads away from the sun, and the air grew heavy with the scent of frost and salt. As the triple goddess, she knew that a bridge had been broken, and the balance of the worlds was tilting into shadow. A cry echoed through the crossroads, sharp enough to pierce the veil. Demeter, the great mother of the harvest, arrived not with a bounty of grain, but with a crown of thorns and eyes clouded by grief. She fell to her knees where the three paths met, her hands clutching at the dry dust. "She is gone," Demeter whispered, her voice a ragged wind. "My daughter has been swallowed by the dark, and I will let the world wither until she is found." Hecate summoned her newest apprentice, a quick-witted spirit named Thalea, who had spent years learning to read the language of shadows. Together, they knelt at the edge of a deep fissure in the earth that had not been there the day before. Thalea held a silver mirror to the ground, trying to catch the reflection of a memory. "The earth does not swallow without a reason," Hecate murmured, "and the dark does not take without leaving a trail." To find the truth, Hecate knew they must look to the one who sees everything, but feels nothing. She led the way to the highest peak, where the chariot of Helios prepared to dive into the western sea. Hecate raised her twin torches high, their flames burning a fierce violet that rivaled the gold of the sunset. She demanded the sun speak the name of the one who had crossed the threshold, for even the Lord of Light could not ignore the Queen of the Night. With the truth revealed, Hecate prepared to descend. She gave Thalea a small, enchanted bell made of lead. "Stay at the mouth of the cavern," Hecate instructed. "Ring this if the moon begins to fade. I must go where even Demeter's love cannot reach." Thalea took the bell with trembling hands, watching as Hecate stepped into the absolute blackness of the cave of Avernus, her torches the only stars in a subterranean sky. In the depths of the silent kingdom, Hecate found the girl. Persephone was not weeping. She sat upon a throne of obsidian, her fingers tracing the carvings of ancient bones. The darkness here was thick and heavy, yet it parted before Hecate's violet flames. "Your mother has turned the world to ice," Hecate said gently, holding out a torch to illuminate the girl's path. "But I see that the shadow has already begun to take root in you." Before they could turn to leave, a figure emerged from the gloom behind the throne. It was Hades, the king of the unseen, holding a split pomegranate in his palm. The seeds glowed like rubies in the dim light. He did not move to stop them, but his gaze was a silent wait. Persephone reached out, her hand hovering over the fruit, caught between the memory of the sun and the strange, quiet power of the deep. Hecate stepped between the king and the maiden, her presence filling the hall like a rising tide. She did not use her power to strike, but to mediate. She looked at Hades and then at Persephone, understanding that a new kind of magic was being born, the magic of the cycle. "She cannot stay forever," Hecate declared, her voice echoing through the underworld. "But she can no longer truly leave. A bargain must be struck in the silver light of the crossroads." The journey back to the surface was long and steep. Hecate walked ahead, her torches casting a steady glow on the damp stone walls. Behind her, Persephone followed, her footsteps lighter now that the choice had been made. Hecate taught her the secrets of the transition, how to be a queen of the dead in the winter and a goddess of the spring in the summer. She showed her that the threshold was not a wall, but a doorway. The journey back to the surface was long and steep. Hecate walked ahead, her torches casting a steady glow on the damp stone walls. Behind her, Persephone followed, her footsteps lighter now that the choice had been made. Hecate taught her the secrets of the transition, how to be a queen of the dead in the winter and a goddess of the spring in the summer. She showed her that the threshold was not a wall, but a doorway. When they emerged, the world breathed again. Demeter's joy brought the first green shoots through the snow. But Hecate did not join the celebration. She returned to her vigil at the gates, the eternal companion to the girl who would now walk between worlds. Hecate remains the Phosphoros, the light bringer in the dark, the one who guides every soul through the changes of the seasons and the transformations of the heart.